Bots, 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 bots. Hi there, Joe from Vox Victoria. Thanks for watching. Question is, what happens to a small company when they start to grow? Well, a lot of things happen. Some of them good, some of them not so good. I am very much a people person, and in this video I want to talk about the robots that you might encounter in your workplace and how to, well, deal with them a little bit better than you might be dealing with them now. So the classic example is that I used to know everybody in my company who did everything. In other words, if you needed a new desk or a new phone or a new computer or a new piece of software or a barrel or a chair, I knew all the people who took care of all that stuff. I had my network. But as the company grows, you'll find that that person's not doing that anymore, or you have to fill out a form. And I work for a great company right now. I'm not complaining. You know who you are. Thank you very much. And we are experiencing something called hypergrowth. So that's good too. But the problem then becomes that I lose track of the experts within the organization. And you might be able to identify this. You might be able to identify with this if you've landed in a new company that's of significant size and they have processes in place such as, hey, you need to fill out a JIRA ticket, or hey, you need to fill out a help desk ticket. And what's behind that, really, I'm finding, in my case the other day, I was locked out of a piece of software. So my login for a certain piece of software wasn't working anymore. And we have a help desk channel, but the help desk channel no longer has human beings associated with it, right? You have to fill out an IT ticket. And that's the point of this video. How are you going to deal with these non-human interactions in the workplace when you're down? I mean, you're literally locked out of something, or you can't log in, or your computer doesn't work, or you can't get the app to work on your phone. You're out. You're off to the side, not functioning because of something that's gone wrong, and you need a human being to help you out. But what's put in between you and the person who can help you is a system that involves some kind of robot, right? So I had to fill out an IT ticket the other day. First problem, where's the link to fill out the ticket? So it was in the Slack channel, but I had to find it. First, you get it wrong, right? You say, hey, hello everybody in the Slack channel. Here's the problem I'm having. Can somebody help me out? You know what the response was? This channel no longer takes requests like that. Fill out a ticket. But there was no link to the ticket. So not only are you raising your hand, excuse me, I've fallen into a ditch and I need some help. The answer when you try to get help is you're asking for help the wrong way. And we're not going to help you until you ask for help the correct way. So I finally found the link. And at that point, I was presented with a form. Okay, I get it. It's a ticketing system. And you have to fill out the form and then submit the form, and then you wait for help to arrive somehow. There's no timeline associated with it. There's sort of a vague window of time when someone might help you out. Here's what I want to do to help you in this video when you're faced with the case of trying to get help in an organization that the first step in getting help is filling out a form or dealing with a bot of some kind. You're going to probably be asked to click on a link which will take you to a form, an IT ticket form or a case form or something like that. The standard things are, what's your email address, what's your name, what department do you work for, you can title it. All right, title it here. You have an opportunity to title that in a way that will get you help faster than someone else. Don't say ASAP, don't say urgent, because remember, on the receiving end of these tickets are 1 or 2 or 3 people, and every single ticket that comes in is in capital letters, urgent, ASAP, or sale at risk, or closing a new customer at risk. Don't do that, because you're going to end up in the back of the line if you do that. Put in language exactly what's wrong. Locked out of the following software, need help logging in, or login no longer works. Just do that and say, critical, it's high, medium or low, right? That's the kind of language that they work with. Then you're going to have another opportunity to expand on that in a text box that will allow you to type in exactly what's going on. And I need you to type that in a way as if you were receiving it and knew nothing about the problem. So if it's a problem with your computer, you can take a screenshot of, go to your computer, My Computer, and it gives you the stats of what the computer is, the computer ID, the RAM, and all that stuff. That helps those people. So if you got a snapshot like that, put it in there. But this is your opportunity to really explain to them what's going on. Stuff like, hey, it's an emergency. I work for this person. There's an ACV at risk here of $1 million, and it's critical that I have. They don't want to hear that. That's all the same. They get that. That's every single ticket that comes in. So you need to differentiate yourself. I typically use the carrot here in these cases more than the stick. In other words, honey will get the bees, rather than vinegar. Be nice, even if it kills you. And put in succinct language what the problem is. This is who I am. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I see when I try to do this. So IT teams and problem-solving teams are really into, how did you replicate this problem, or how can I replicate this problem? So give them the step-by-step detail of what you did and then what you saw and what went wrong. Just lay it out for them. Build a lot of space around it. Use bold where you have to, but keep it readable. That's what they're into. They love to get these tickets where it's beautifully laid out, it's clear, the person on the other end's not freaking out, they're not threatening, my manager's going to come after you if you don't fix this, this is critical. They get all that, but unless you're president of the company, who probably doesn't have to submit tickets like this, they're not going to respond any faster. You might get bumped to the end of the line, in fact. So what you can do is give them a timeline. Here's what's not allowing me to do my job. And that's, okay, I can't do the following, and it's preventing me from doing my job. I've let my manager know, etc. But you're not calling out the National Guard on them or anything like that. So with these systems, and you're in a company that's growing, inevitably you're going to have the long arm where you're not going to get to talk to a human being because someone has decided to put a policy in place where we need to make people put in tickets. So what's behind that is that department wants to run reports and see qualitative and quantitative, how many tickets they've answered, how many tickets they've resolved, when the tickets came in, so they get all those statistics. They don't get to run reports like that if you just swing by their desk and say, hey, can you help me out? And they help you. Only you two know about it, but their bosses don't know about it. And they can't make the case that they need more people and a bigger budget and all that stuff. So that's really behind the ticketing system, helps them allocate and keep track of all these things that's going on. But it's really frustrating if you're a people person and you're raising your hand for help and you get stopped by, oh no, you need to now go through this channel and go through our system, which we just implemented, even though you've worked here 1,000 years and we know who you are. It's like, don't you love me anymore? I'm dying over here. Can't you help me out? My computer won't work. They don't want to hear that, so you got to go through the form. Unfortunately, it's part of being in a larger company. So my advice to you here with these bots and these fill out a ticket and all that stuff is twofold. Find the appropriate channel. Do what they ask, right? Okay, what are you asking me to do? Find out how to play their game. Play their game perfectly. Fill out the form perfectly. Proofread it. Send it in. You're going to get an auto response. Hey, we've received your ticket. It's ticket number, we'll get back to you as soon as we can, or they'll give you some timeline or something like that. So you can hold that, and if you want, you can probably forward that to your manager, because you're probably going to have to let your manager know that, okay, I'm dead in the water here because of something that's gone wrong. And here's a copy of the ticket, just so that you're aware that I'm working on it, and I'll do the best I can in the meantime. But that's really the best you can do with these robots that you're going to encounter at work, in the workplace, where your company's growing, and you're kind of not allowed to interact with human beings for some reason because there's a process in place. Okay, I hope this video helped you out to gain an understanding of what to do when you're in a workplace that's growing and you got to deal with computers and bots and stuff like that. You can do it. You can get around. You just got to learn how to play the system, play the game, and work the system to your advantage. All right, I'm Joe out from Vox Victoria. Thank you so much to my subscribers, all 179 of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking this video. Keep an eye out for the next video. I'm grateful for your time, grateful for your watching, and hopefully this would help you out. Be peaceful, help one another, take care of one another. Off I go. Bye.